Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. Today featuring the Tier 10 German tech tree tank destroyer, the Waffenträger of E100, and I have 3 replays to show you today. The first one being on El Haluf, and this is an incredibly fierce, deadly tank destroyer because of that massive clip potential and just how quickly you can get that clip out. Now I am using the small gun on the Waffle E100 here because that is the best gun to use, without a doubt, in my opinion. That 560 alpha 4 clip, is just incredibly deadly. The speed you get those shells out, the speed you get those damage out is quite frightening. Now here we are on El Haluf in counter battle. There's 1 enemy artillery in the game, 1 enemy light tank, and quite a few tank destroyers, but other than that, a fairly balanced matchmaking. Now I've decided I'm not going to push around this corner because I'm just going to try and wait patiently, because the thing is, a Waffle 100, you want to try and catch people off guard. The second they know you're actually there, they know your presence is there, they're very unlikely to want to try and poke around that corner and eat that clip. So I'm just trying to stay patient, as well as the fact that I know there'll be quite a lot of guns looking around there, and obviously with a Waffle you don't have any armour on your turret, although they have slightly buffed the turret armour not that long ago, so that standard HE shells may not actually penetrate you, so that is a plus. But this tank, it is so deadly. If you catch those tanks out, you could just kill a tank in a matter of seconds. So we are waiting here. No one knows we're here right now because we haven't been detected. That's how I'd like it to remain. Obviously I want to try and keep some of my hit points as well. If I poke around that corner and lose all my hit points, it's going to make it harder for me later game, because if I'm able to just trade shots later game, if I've got all my hit points, it's going to be a lot more, it's going to be very effective for me. Now unfortunately, the one tank I didn't really want to see starting to come around this way is the Avery, because, well, for obvious reasons, but it has appeared. I haven't actually got detected yet. I am detected now. T95's coming around. I'm going to try and just dump my clip into this T95 if I can. I think I absorb a shot there off of my tracks, which is lucky. I dumped 3 of the my clip into that T95 and pick up sort of 1,600 damage. Unfortunately, 1 of the shells bounced, which is not ideal. But now I'm somewhat trapped because you can see enemy tanks are starting to push down the right hand side of this dip as well, and I want to try and pull back and get safe around this corner. A little bit risky me leaving there, but I think it was for the best, because if I was stuck where I was, I don't think it was going to end well. Now I'm in a much better position, and thankfully I didn't actually lose that many hit points. I only really lost like maybe 1 pen worth of hit points, and I'm still fairly healthy. Going to poke around now, try and deliver a couple of shots in the AV. I do eat a shot, but I can finish off this tier 10 British heavy there, which I do, picking up my first kill, putting us onto 3,400 damage. I am now down to sort of half my hit point pool, but being able to take out a tank like that was very useful, especially when I figured like the enemy team had kind of won that area, so I want to try and take out as many tanks as I can. Now I am safe from the artillery using this rock, and just waiting here for my reload. Don't feel like you're out of the game that long, and you've got like a 35 second reload, which is fairly long, but with that clip potential, it's not that bad at all, really. Because now I'm already loaded, I can already take out a tank with this clip, and that is what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for someone to make that mistake so I can just pick up some damage there, or if the enemy tank fires, like if this Avery fires, I am going to poke around and try and take out the Avery and just get rid of him from that game. Looks like I'm starting to be flanked from what looks like an enemy tank destroyer. I think an enemy E3 maybe. So I'm just sort of waiting for that. If he pokes up, makes a mistake, and I can track him in place, then I can probably take him out in 1 clip. So that's what I'm waiting for, but he hasn't really done so. But this enemy medium tank, he's not aware of me being here, and just how like that, he's now taken out, putting us onto 4,500 damage and bringing this game back to a more even 9 versus 8. Still a close game, but we're doing sort of, we've done well to try and win, trying our best to win this side as much as we can. Because I think some of the enemy medium tanks have pushed around into our sort of spawn area or the other side. I'm going to try and push forward now. I do only have 2 shots loaded. I didn't want to go on a reload because I was hoping I could try and get an angle on that enemy E3 to try and put in, you know, 1,000, take away 1,000 of his hit points. But I'm just trying to work on the angle because he's not actually detected now, so I don't quite know if he's pushing around. He's actually pushing around to us. Thankfully, we were in cover before he was able to get his shot in, but we wasn't able to sort of return the fire and get any more damage in. A little bit awkward there fighting that E3. I'm decided I'm just going to try and push around and ignore that E3 for now. Obviously, the E3 is not very mobile, so it's not going to catch us, but he gets taken out by our friendly Cranvalven anyway, so we don't have to worry about that now. Now we are back to 6 versus 7. You see, still a pretty close game. We are on 4,400 damage with 9 penetrations. I probably had time to go for a reload in hindsight, but I didn't quite know what was going to come around this corner, so I was saving my shells just in case I needed to use them. But now I am going to go on the reload because I do want that full clip. You know, now we know there's nothing in this little area. That means the majority of the rest of the tank, you see there's still 4 tank destroyers left and an enemy artillery. They're probably going to be in their sort of spawn in the back of their base. So I want to have a clip reloaded, so if our friendly heavy tank does spot something, we're ready to get those shots away. We still have just over 1,000 hit points, 1,200 hit points, so we can eat a shot from pretty much all the tank destroyers, or at least we can eat one shot. Let's say, you know, high roll or shoot me with some HE rounds and do pen them. I've seen an opportunity to try and take out this SU. I'm hoping that I can try and get to position. He hasn't detected this, so he's not going to know we're coming. He won't be looking this way, and I just want to try and dump in a clip, and I should be able to take him out with 3 shells. Trying to get over there before he can turn around. I should be able to do so. Yeah, he's not going to escape now. I can track him in place if I need to. But yeah, you can see how quickly you can just get that damage in. Just deleted that poor ISU there, putting us on to 5,600 damage with 2 kills. Still a even game with 4v4. They do have an enemy artillery, which I have to be careful because if I poke round this corner, he's probably going to be able to get shots into me. I think the other the other grill I know is definitely a 1-shot. I think the other tank in this area is also a 1-shot to us, so I can take him out with 2 shells. And that is what I'm waiting for to see. You know, almost reloaded now. Now I'm going to poke round. I can eat a shell. We take out one of the tanks. Grill does put one into us, but then take him out, picking up another 2 kills. Putting us on to 6,019 damage with 4 kills. And there's 2 tanks remaining. One of which is the Scorpion G, which you can see is all the way on the other side of the map. The other being is the enemy artillery piece, which we know is, you know, just on those ridges in front of us, just sitting behind there. I am a 1-shot to the artillery, so you've got to bear that in mind. I haven't gone for the reload. Maybe I should have, but I was kind of hoping, you know, keeping those 2 shells just in case, you know, the artillery did poke up high like that, and I could get a shot in. Unfortunately, I had such a slim shot; it just wasn't worth, you know, the risk of taking that shot with only 2 shells remaining. I'm going to try and push in. I'm hoping our friendly tank destroyer in front of us. You can see he's also a 1-shot to this artillery. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't go in too early, just in case the artillery shotguns him. I'd like him to wait until I get there, so, you know, because it's still, you know, it's still 3 versus 2. So if we do something silly, you know, we could throw this game, and I am a 1-shot to the artillery and that Scorpion G. I'm hoping to kill the artillery before the Scorpion G can actually get back to help out is the plan. But our friendly tank destroyer looks like he's doing the right thing. He is actually kind of waiting for us. He's not just going to throw his tank away with that artillery. Looking at him, because he's only on 200 hit points, so he could get taken out quite easily. At least if we go together, he's not going to be able to take out the 2 of us, and then we'll be able to kill him. You know, once that happens. Now he pokes up. I have got a shot. We get 1 shot in. Get the 2nd shot in. It's a shame I didn't have that, you know, extra clip, because I could have killed him. Now I just need to try and get out of the way before the artillery can get a shot into me, and then hopefully our friendly tank destroyer can take him out, and he does. Our object 268 takes out the enemy artillery, puts us now on to 7,000 damage with 4 kills, and there is only 1 tank, the Scorpion G, just waiting for this reload to come in. I don't exactly know where the Scorpion G is. I know I'm a 1-shot. I know he can outspot us as well, but he does get detected on the other side of the map. hoping to try and get a shot away, but our friendly Arichi derps him before we get a chance, and that brings us then to the replay number 1. So let's see how we got on. We got 4 kills, 7,000 damage. That will only be the first class, but we do get the high caliber. That's it for replay number 1, but with 2 more replays to come, so let's move on to the second replay. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. This time we are on airfield, where there is 1 enemy light tank, quite a few enemy tank destroyers. I think over half the lobby is tank destroyers right now. A few heavies and a few mediums. But there is no enemy artillery for us to worry about, which is always nice when you're in a waffle, because obviously the artillery can do a lot of damage to you because you do have quite a weak turret. So initially we're going to try and play this sort of left hand side of the ridge. I want to try and use a sort of just where our friendly medium's heading right now. Ideally I'd like to get to that position because then I'm in quite a good situation where I can get shots onto multiple angles. Try and find out where the enemy team are playing, and then work out where it's best to get our damage. So as we move through, there is an enemy Valor spotted. I am going to wait just a little bit patiently, just in case this Valor pokes up and we can get some shots in. We do get detected by that enemy light tank, which is driving around like a lunatic. If he makes a mistake, we might be able to get a shot in if he crosses again, but we just got to stay a little bit patient for that. And find out. It looks like we've taken quite a lot of map control. Quite a few of the enemy tanks are in the middle, so we're going to wait just in case we can work out any shots here. Obviously there's no enemy artillery, so I'm safe from the artillery. It's only going to be tanks which actually have line of fire into us. There's enemy Skoda here, where if he just backs up a little bit more, I might actually find a angle to try and get a shot into him here. He does back up enough, and so not Skoda, standard B I should say, and we pick up our first penetration and our first kill of the game. Swap to the small map. I can see there's 2 tanks around this right hand side. I've got 3 shots left in this clip. I'm hoping to try and dump this clip away here and pick up some damage and then get back round this corner. Our 50Bs come in. I should be able to take out this 1 shot, which we do. And now we're going to try and dump our shots into this Conqueror here. Looking to try and finish off that clip, which we do, picking up 2,000 damage with 2 kills. Putting us into a 13 versus 13. Now we're just trying to get safe while we're on reload, and then to work out where our next clip of damage is going to be from. And it looks like the enemy team have kind of won the middle area and might then try and progress towards our base, I suspect. So I'm going to kind of stay in this position because I might be able to get some shots on the cross here at some of the enemy tanks. Looking to see if I can trot and poke around and get a shot into that heavy, but that's not quite going to happen. So I'm just trying to find a shot. And now if enemy Arnie gets spotted at the top, I'm hoping now I can try and put a clip in. Unfortunately, I missed one of the shells. If he keeps driving forward, that's probably going to be a mistake, so I might actually be able to put in some shots here. We do get one in. We actually damages his engine, which allows us to get another shot in, putting us onto 3,200 damage with 2 kills. And now I'm going to start heading back towards our base because I'm on reload anyway. I might as well try and get to a location where I suspect the enemy team are going to be. And I don't want to get capped out because there's only really sort of our tank destroyer here in front of us. Other than that, they've kind of got a free route into our cap circle now. And I don't want to be in a situation where they all jump in the cap and we get capped out. So I've left quite early. Unfortunately, I'm going to take punishment for it from this enemy tank destroyer there. But we do at least put 1 back in return for losing that shot of damage. So not the end of the world. We're on about just shy of 4,000 damage now. Still quite a few tanks less, so we've got an opportunity to pick up a bit more damage here. Got to be careful because it's only a 9 versus 7. We are winning this game, but things can go wrong quite quickly. Unfortunately, I don't really have much tanks with us. Now, I really want to try and push in to get this damage, but I'm conscious of the fact that there is an enemy back chat there, and once I've clipped out, if he's not dead, then he's going to try and put a clip into me. But at this point, I'm just getting a little bit bored. I want to try and get that clip of damage in. So whether someone's coming to help me or not, I'm going in to try and get this another clip of damage in and just get these shells on. But it is risky because once I'm on reload, I'm going to be on reload for 35 seconds. They're probably going to be able to push and take me out, but no one really came with me, so I'm just going to go and try and do it myself anyway, because I think this game is probably won, so I want to try and get as much damage out of this game before we come towards an end. Not to detected, they're not going to expect me to appear from this angle. We do spot the enemy Arnie here. He actually gets set on fire, which is very, very helpful because it allows us to take him out with those 3 shots and puts us on to 5,400 damage. But now I'm kind of expecting to die to this bat chat, if I'm honest. But he comes round and he's not shooting me, and I'm thinking, why is he not shooting me? He must be on reload, and that is fantastic news for us because otherwise we would have got taken out. But he's on reload, which should allow us enough time to get our clip in, and then if he does push around, you know, the waffle clip is going to unload, you know, well before the bat chat puts his clip into us, and we'll be able to take him out and pick up some more damage because it is just this lonely bat chat by himself now in a 1 versus 8. So it's not looking good for us. He comes around, and like I say, he's not going to be able to put his clip in before I'm able to put mine in, track him in place, and then yeah, we finish him off there, putting us on to again 7,000 damage with 100 assistance and 4 kills. Will probably only be the first class, I would imagine. Yeah, we do get the first class and the high caliber. But that's it for replay number 2. We saved the best to last, so let's move on to the final replay. Okay, so here we are for the final replay then. This time we are on Great Wall, where there is 1 enemy artillery, 2 enemy light tanks. Other than that, it's a fairly balanced matchmaking. Initially, we're going to go down the 1-2 line and just hope that we get into a fight where there's quite a few heavies for us to try and get a clip out. And more importantly, hope that we have enough support coming with us with our friendly team. And this time we do. We have a lot of support coming, which is good because I don't really like it when everyone pushes up to sort of the hill on the opposite side of the map, because from there you don't really get that much control of the map. You know, if you win this side, it's a lot easier. If the enemy team, you know, go the other way and push back, I can just drive back and get to the base and defend the base from here. Or if they don't, I can decide to push forward. So I kind of want to win these sort of key areas. One being the sort of F2 hill, and one being at the bottom. Now I'm not going to push up to the hill because the artillery would have shots at me, and also it'd be a little bit awkward in a tank like this. The bottom area is probably going to be better for me with the support I do have. Now I'm going to try and get into position where I can, you know, maybe get an early clip a shot away. Got to be careful though, because you've got to bear in mind where I am right now. I am not safe to enemy artillery. And there's also probably going to be a few tank destroyers there, sort of waiting to shoot us as well. But this enemy Jaeger E100 pops out. I should be able to go for his superstructure there. I put 2 shots in. I put the 3rd shot in blind. I then don't stay to put the 4th shot in. And the reason being is because I know there's a Turan there, and I didn't want to be that greedy. I've got my 1700 damage. Let's not lose 1,000 of our hit points from an enemy Turan. So now we are safe, and we are somewhat safe from artillery here, because you can see we've got this ridge in front of us. That's going to give us a bit of protection from the shell. I mean, there's no guarantee. You might get a lucky shot, but it's going to be our best bet, really, while we wait to come off that reload. We're also not spotted here. So I'm going to try and poke around and see if we can do the same again and get another shot in. Bear in mind, I've got to be careful, because I can already see there's an enemy Death Star around there. Also, if the artillery is aiming at our friendly tanks here, they might miss and hit us, even though we're not lit. So that's something I'm being conscious of. If our tanks come too close to us, I want to be careful of that scenario. I'm just looking to see if I can find any small opportunities. You only need a small opportunity. You only need a small window in the Waffle 100 to get your damage in, because you get that clip away so quickly. So if an enemy tank makes a mistake, they cross, and then you can clip them out before they got safe. So we're looking to see if we can find a shot here, and then in the heavies, don't quite have a shot right now, so I'm going to pull back to I'm safe again. Artillery's not looking at us, which is nice. Still an even game right now. Yeah, it's 11 versus 11. I'm going to try and get to a different position, because that wasn't quite working for me. I didn't quite have the angle I was hoping for. So we're going to get a little bit closer, and you can see I'm reversing because, you know, for obvious reasons, I want to be able to drive forward quickly to get into cover again. I just want to dump that clip and go. And here's the sort of tank which, you know, he's not really necessarily made a mistake. It's just that the Waffy 100, you can see how quickly you can dump that clip. He was looking to get a shot. I pull round, and we're now on to 3,200 damage. And we've kept all of our hit points, so this is a good, you know, good situation to be in. Having those hit points to play with at the end of the game means you can just poke round, eat a shot, and then just put 2,000 damage into someone. So it's 10 versus 9. There's still sort of 4 tanks around this location. Hoping to, you know, maybe try and get another shot of clip in here. Should be able to finish off his 60 TP once I've reloaded. We get one in to track him. We then get the finishing shot. We're looking to try and get another 2 shots in here. There's an enemy mouse just around this ridge. I'm trying to back up and just get these last 2 shells away. Might be able to pick up a kill. We track the mouse, finish off a kill, putting us under 5,000 damage with 2 kills. And now the enemy fun police is looking to get a shot into us. Trying to weave. Thankfully he misses us. Now at this situation I could keep pushing to kill these tanks in front of us, but I've kind of decided there's tanks coming towards our cap now, and I want to get back just in case they kill our friendly TD and artillery over there. I don't want to be really far away so we get capped out. I'm already heading back so I can defend the base. Now it's still close. It's 6 versus 5, so yeah, I've still got all my hit points, so I'm in a good situation here. You know, I'm hoping the enemy team do push our base, to be honest with you, because then I can be in a position to get some damage in without getting shot from the enemy artillery. It looks like our friendly heavy tank and light tank are still going to push towards the enemy cap circle. But I could keep going, but like I said, I just don't want to risk it. I want to get back to the base just to make sure, because I know there was 2 tanks around that corner somewhat. They're not pushing round. Maybe they're scared of getting shot by, looks like a friendly Tyrann who is on the 1 shot. Our friendly heavy tank is coming round as well. Our friendly heavy tank on the other side of the map has now got taken out, leaving this light tank there by himself, putting us into a 5 versus 5. But, you know, I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to be able to defend our base. If I can kill these tanks which are around that corner, left they've run, and then try and bait the enemy team into us, you know, we might be able to get some more damage out of this. We're on 5,000 damage and 2 kills. We're having a good game. Now, this problem, I'm having a look at the tanks left. I know behind us there's an enemy Tyrann and there's an enemy light tank, both of which can outspot us. So I was waiting to try and get some shots in here, but then I kind of decided, you know what, I'm going to think better of this, because I don't want to actually get detected, because if I get detected poking that corner, the problem I'm going to have is they're going to know I'm going to be there, and then they're probably, yeah, they might, even if they don't get a shot into us, it's not going to entice the enemy team to push us. So I almost want the enemy team to think that it's safe round here, so they push in and then they push into my clip. I've also got the Tyrann here as well. So I'm actually going to be a little bit patient here and just wait for the enemy team to come for me. Like I say, I know I haven't got vision down the 1 line, but that's what that's kind of going to work into my advantage, because like I say, I want the enemy team not to get detected when they start to push down that 1 line, because there is a light tank and enemy Tyrann. I know they are the last location was at like sort of H1-2 area. They're going to be pushing down this road. Is one of the tanks is an enemy Italian tank destroyer. If he just keeps pushing in, we're going to be able to get the damage in. But then an enemy backchat comes around this corner. Again, he doesn't know we're here. He doesn't know what he's walking into. We track him in place, and boom, we just take him out just like that. Puts us into 6,000 damage. Now we're on reload. We're going to pull right around this corner. We are detected now, so if the enemy tanks are looking at the map, then they would know where we are. But I'm just going to wait again, because I'm safe from the enemy artillery here. I'm on reload now. I still think the enemy team are going to be coming down this 1-2 line. That's why I'm not poking for division. Like I say, I'm wanting them to come in. I want them to get close enough towards it to me, but then there's then no escape from my clip. You know, I don't want them to be into a bit position where they can just. I don't want to be fighting at range against a Tyrann, which is just going to outspot me and then just get shots into us. You know, I don't want that. I want the Tyrann or something to come in close. Then we can put our clip in. Now, the enemy light tank has come in close here. This could be a bait. He could have an enemy Tyrann covering him. just poking a little bit. We spot this enemy Italian tank destroyer. This is great because I'm just going to be able to just clip this tank out now, even if I eat one shot. Like I say, this is the situation I was talking about where I've got hit points to spare. Enemy T-49, I think he was running a derp there, and he actually shot my centre of my gun and just damaged my gun and didn't pen. So that was unlucky for the T-49, but good news for us. Enemy Tyrann, who is left here, is on about 1,000 hit points. He has fired. I can eat a shot off the Tyrann. I'm just going to push this Tyrann now and just hope he stops and waits around that corner so we can just get a clip into him. We're on reload, but he's running. You know, hopefully the time we do spot him, we might be able to get a clip in. If he just keeps running, he's probably going to, well, he will be able to outrun and outspot us. But I'm just going to keep pushing just in case. Just in case he's waited around this corner. If he's waited around this corner, I'll let him shoot me, and then I'll put my clip in. He does come around this corner, he puts a shot in, but it doesn't matter because now I'll be able to take him out. And we do, putting us into 9,400 damage with 5 kills. And it's just this enemy loathsome artillery who is on the one shot. Our VZ's dumped his clip, so we can't get the shot in now. He'll probably reload before I've even got there and pick up this kill. So it seems unlikely I'm going to get the top gun at this point. But I'm going to try and push over there. It's a shame I couldn't quite just get enough damage to get over the 10k mark, but we were pretty much there. We were all close, but yeah, I just needed a few more tanks to get some shots in. I think I penned all my shots this game, maybe missed one maybe, but that does bring us into the replay. We finished that off with 5 kills, 9,500 damage with a tiny bit of assistance. That should be the ace tanker, and it is, and the high caliber. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like what you see, please remember to like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. But as always, thanks for watching and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!